Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Blythe Daylong. I am the Executive Director of the Adelphi University Performing Arts Center. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 42nd episode of Live from the Adelphi PAC Living Room. Thank you, as always, for choosing to spend some time with Adelphi. Now, while we can't have audiences in person, we do continue to use this show to bring Adelphi's talented students, faculty, alumni, staff, and other guests to you each week. Now, this week on the show, we will be showcasing some highlights from the recent Music and Astronomy Night at the Cradle of Aviation Museum, and then we'll share a scene from the Department of Theater's upcoming production of Almost Maine. So to start things off this week, I am happy to welcome Carrie Kiker and Tom Barry from Garden City's Cradle of Aviation Museum. Hello, Tom, and hello, Carrie.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, thanks.
Doing great.
Excellent. Good. Well, thank you so much for taking some time to join us and be on the show tonight and to talk about this great program that you did just a few weeks ago at the museum. But before we get to the specifics of that, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Cradle of Aviation Museum for those who don't know what it is?
Sure. So the Cradle of Aviation Museum is on Mitchell Field, and it is all about the influences that Long Island had on aviation, from flight schools to Grumman building the LEM. So it kind of takes you through the whole early history of flight and the part that Long Island and Long Islanders played in that aviation and space history.
Nice, excellent. That is great. So now, part of the museum, as we are about to see and talk about more, is a planetarium. You do have a theater and planetarium there. So now, as part of that programming, you've been hosting this Music and Astronomy Night for several years. So tell us about this program in particular and what this is at the planetarium.
So yes, we've been hosting Music and Astronomy Night with Adelphi for 5 years. So this past one was just our 5th year of doing it. And what it is a way for us to kind of bring together two things that kind of seem separate, science and music. So the arts and that science part, to merge them together into a night that can kind of hit everybody's interests. So it takes what our visuals can do in our planetarium, and then the music, and we kind of pair them together to see how we can explore space and the universe around us. So I know that's where it started from, but Tom's kind of new to it, so I don't know if he's gotten something else out of it.
Actually, I was fortunate enough, just last year to do my first Music and Astronomy Night, and when Carrie was first telling me about it, I was thinking, oh, that sounds kind of fun. That might be a good time. And then we created the videos, and it was like, okay, that was really fun to use the planetarium software to create these. And then you heard the music to the videos, and it was the whole was so much greater than the sum of its parts. It was something new that was created from these two different things.
That's so great. And so now, how do those pieces kind of come together? Where do the films come from? What's the sort of, is there a theme behind them? And then how does the music get paired up with each film?
Yeah, so every year we pick a theme. When we first started working with Adelphi, not only did we have Adelphi students create the music for it, we actually had Adelphi students create the movies as well. So originally we had music students and then physics and astronomy students kind of working together on the two different parts. So I myself pick a theme, or I talk to Tom, we kind of pick something that's going on. And we create two parts or two halves of the night. So typically it's 8 movies. And some of our previous themes have been near and far. So the first part of the night was things in our solar system, and then things outside of our solar system. So we pick things like that. This past Music and Astronomy Night was all about love, because we did it right around Valentine's Day. So it was kind of
Okay.
love is in the air type of deal. So we picked just different things that might be interesting or that we haven't done before to showcase. And then I give the movies over to Sydney from Adelphi, and he passes them on to the students, and they kind of pick what they're interested in. Most students do 1 to 2 movies. They collaborate on some of them, so sometimes you get different students working together on different things, and we get all different kinds of pieces of music, and it's totally up to the students what they want to do. They can do original, they can do a cover, they can do an improvised piece, and we will take any kind of music they got that goes along with that film. So we put no restrictions on the music that they do.
That's great. And I think this year you had a little bit of each of those things as part of your event this year. So let's take a look at the first one of these now. And then when we come back, we'll bring Sydney in and we'll talk more about the students and Adelphi's contributions to this. So tell us the background and anything we need to know before this first film that we're going to share.
Oh, Tom, I'm going to let you take that. This is your
All right.
movie.
All right. So I believe the first one that we're going to be taking a look at is Coma Berenices, which is one of the 88 constellations in our sky. But unlike many of the northern constellations, Coma Berenices is not one of the classical Greek constellations. And even more than that, it's actually referencing a real person, an historical figure. Coma Berenices is referencing Berenice, who was a queen, I guess about 2,000 years ago in what is now Egypt, Libya, that area there. And her husband went off to fight a war, and she made a vow, and she vowed that she would put her hair and give it to Aphrodite at the temple, and give it to the temple of Aphrodite if they saw fit to bring her husband home safely. Turns out her husband came home safely. She put her hair at the temple of Aphrodite, and it didn't even last the night. It was gone the next day. And when royal folks' hair disappears, somebody tends to lose a head here or there. So Conan of Samos, who was the court astronomer, brought Berenice outside and pointed up to an area of sky that did not have a defined constellation. There were some dim stars up there, and said, "Your gift pleased the gods so much that they put it up in the sky." And that's where that constellation comes from. We know that story from Catullus, a poet from the time just after Berenice. But more on the science front, it's a dim area of the sky. You don't really see much there, but if you look a little closer, using space telescopes that can get outside of our atmosphere and have an unobstructed view, you see there's so much more in that part of the sky. In fact, there's a galaxy cluster there called the Coma Cluster, and we reference that as well. So we did that video, and the music that was put to it was just gorgeous, To Make You Feel My Love. And it really was, I think, just such a perfect selection for that movie.
Great. Well, so everyone will see this is obviously something that is put together and meant to be played in a planetarium. So you have to imagine yourself on down below, looking up at the ceiling. You're going to see it's just a big circle on your screen. So this is our first video from this series from the museum. Enjoy.
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I would offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, and there's no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I will never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I go hungry, I go black and blue. I go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. The storms are raging on the rolling sea, and on the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I can make you happy, make your dreams come true. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you to make you feel my love. To make you feel my love.
Great. So that is the first of these that we're going to see. Now, as you maybe could tell there by the end, they're not necessarily meant to be exactly synced up, and the film is created, and then you sort of put music to it. So in that particular instance, it does end a little bit before the song is finished, but it works out nicely at the end. It doesn't really matter, and it's great. I think it still is a lovely piece, and you really get a sense of how it feels in the space. So now, as we mentioned, you collaborate with the Department of Music on this. So I am going to bring in Sydney Marquez Bokirin, who is the chair of our music department at Adelphi. Hey, Sydney.
Hi, Blythe. Hi, Tom. Hi, Carrie.
Hi.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. So tell us about the students that were involved in this, and how this all kind of comes together on the departmental side.
Sure. So the singer of the last piece was Bianca Zelaya, junior music education major, vocalist, clearly. And she was involved with us last year as well. And the other students are Brooke Beck, sophomore, music education major, Kevin Lubin, who is a junior, music and honors college composer, and then Jay Choi, also a composer. And then we had a guest, Dory Jo Gutierrez, who joined us for her 5th year. So she was amongst the cohort who joined us the first year and has been with this project since its inception. And she's a singer-songwriter as well. So she sang an original piece for her thing, and then Kevin did an original piece for his as well, and then the three of us did a improv. That's the improv portion to open the show last February. But the others are a couple of several covers from Bianca and Brooke, and then Jay made original a soundtrack, if you will, to the films that he chose.
Excellent, and so I think it's a nice way for the students to do something a little different and to work with the folks at the museum and really see, kind of how these come together. Have varying levels of creativity. I mean, they can go so far as to actually compose a piece specifically for this, or use their own composition that just exists and set it to this. And I think it's a really great program. And normally, obviously, this year things are a little different, but to put it mildly. But normally, the musicians actually are there in the auditorium and actually playing live, right?
Correct, in the planetarium, and it's a gratifying space to perform in, because of all the smooth surfaces, the curved surface that allows sort of a natural resonance in the space, despite the carpeting of the floor and the seats. We love going to the Cradle of Aviation every year for this event, and it's really a wonderful way to highlight the collaborative philosophy that we have in the department, and a way for our students to look at how their music, their art, our work articulates and overlaps with something else, and in this case entirely different. So always a pleasure to be there for us.
It's great. It's a really great project, and I think and like you said, it's a unique opportunity for the students to kind of go outside the usual thing you would think of, or that they would certainly think of in terms of performance. So now we're going to share another one of the films now. So tell us about the astronomy side of this one, and what we're going to see in this second film.
Sure. I think this one is mine as well. So
yeah, it is.
Lucky y'all. You hear me describe it twice. So this one is called Love is Love, and obviously for Valentine's Day, we're focusing on love. And this particular one, we go back to ancient Greece, talking about the different types of love that they considered there to be, different types of love that could be expressed, whether it's eros, philia, eros, romantic, passionate love, philia, affectionate type love, agape, that universal love for everyone, storge, which is kind of familial love, ludus, which is kind of creepy, pragma, which is love that is enduring, and philautia, which is love of self. And if you look up at the sky, at the different constellations, and you listen to the stories, you can see all these different types of love are expressed in the stars. And so we made a show that kind of encapsulates all of those together. And I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe was it Brooke that did the music for this one, Sydney? Yeah,
that's correct.
And,
yeah,
and she did it. I heard her music for the first time, and it going with this, and I dug it. It was just fantastic. The talent that y'all have is amazing, and I'm just glad that they could be put together.
Great. And Sydney, anything on the music side that you want to add?
No, other than this is Brooke. Yeah, and then the last one, and I know which. I'll stop now. I'll just leave it there.
All right. Great. Well, here is another of the films from the museum. Enjoy.
Holding my breath, last one I've got left till I see you. Deliver my heart with the pieces and parts of me left. Every last day seemed to carry the weight of a lifetime. Watched from the ground as the gold fluttered down from the sky. Sweet sun, send me the moon. Empty the skies out, bringing me one step closer to you. Send it soon, and I will breathe in, breathe out, till you come in and out of you. Of you. Inches away from you, scared what I'll take from you, darling. I can live with your ghost if you say that's the most that I'll get. Darkness to light, move from day into night to be near you. Still here I stand, I am sinking like sand in your sea. Sweet sun, send me the moon. Empty the skies out, bringing me one step closer to you. Send it soon, and I will breathe in, breathe out, till you come in and out of you. Never you mind where the evening should find us together. Distance can't take what is hidden here, safe in my chest. I'll wait for the day when we finally say now or never. Till then I'll be here wanting more as I settle for atmosphere. Sweet sun, send me the moon. Empty the skies out, bringing me one step closer to you. And I will breathe in, breathe out, till you come in and out of you. Of you.
Excellent. More great work from everyone. Now, we've mentioned a couple times this is an annual event that has been going on for a while. When does this normally happen? When is this in the year? Is it at the same time every year, or how can we keep an eye out to look for this for next year?
Yes, it's always in February, and it is typically the Thursday after President's Day. So that's,
Okay.
most often when it happens. So it's always in February. Tickets go on sale typically, in January. for the event. And when it is in person, what's really nice is that after the performances, sometimes we have a Q&A with the musicians, so anyone can talk to them. But yes, always in February, and tickets go on sale typically in January.
Great, that's excellent. And again, as we said, it also, the performances are happening in the room, and it's all live and all there. So I do encourage everyone to visit the website for the Cradle of Aviation Museum, find out more about them, find out more about their programs that you guys have going on. You are very active, doing a lot of things online, as well as open for certain things in person. And we're happy to have this relationship and be doing this with you every year and involving our students. And it's really a great program. And I look forward to everyone marking this on their calendar for next year and being there in February. Now, we do have one more film that we're going to show at the very end of the show after we talk about Almost Maine. So tell us, give us the background on this third piece that we're going to see. We'll do that now, and then I'll actually play the film at the end.
So this last film that we have tonight is the story of Andromeda and Perseus. In the fall sky, you can get a lot of the constellations there all involved in one story. So the story goes that Queen Cassiopeia, who's Queen of Ethiopia, who is one of the constellations in the show, she looks like a W, she was a very beautiful queen, and she loved to talk about nothing else, tell everyone how gorgeous she was. And this got her into a lot of trouble with the gods, who decided that she had to give up the only thing she loved more than her beauty, which was her daughter Andromeda. So the king Cepheus and Queen Cassiopeia went to their daughter, Andromeda, who offered herself up, chained herself to the rocks as the sea monster Cetus came by to devour her. Now, it just so happens flying overhead was the great hero Perseus, who was on his way back from slaying the Gorgon Medusa. And he just happened to have her head there. And he used the head to turn Cetus to stone, sink. He then sunk into the ocean. Perseus freed Andromeda. They fell in love. And got married. So it's a nice happy ending for them. But Cassiopeia was not quite off the hook. The gods, still wanting to punish her, took her, chained her to her throne, threw her up into the sky, where she still circles the pole and you can see her all year round. A couple of years later, her husband, who just loved his wife so much, he asked to be reunited with her, and so he was thrown up there as well. So you'll see all of those characters in the night sky. They're all in the fall, and that movie just basically takes you through the story of them and brings up the constellations. This music was really fun. This was done by Bianca as well, and it was kind of different than some of the other ones. It's got a light, bouncy song to it, and I know when I saw it, I just thought it really transformed the whole spirit of the show. Like, it just really fits so nicely. So I just personally think Bianca did a great job picking the music for that movie.
That's excellent. And we have we have some more actually so we're going to show next week. Sydney, you mentioned that Jay, who actually composed music specifically for a couple of these. So he's working on putting those videos together for us, and we're going to share those two pieces a week from now. So I'm really happy that we're getting to put so many of these pieces together and share it with folks as a way to showcase the music that our students did and the work you guys did at the planetarium, and also hopefully get people excited for next year, and also just to go to the planetarium for all of your other programming that you have in the meantime.
Yeah, we're open right now.
Once it's able to be open again, which it is. So that's really great. And anything else? Anything any of you want to add before we go? Yes, Sydney.
I believe I'm remembering correctly that Bianca plays the ukulele in the recording for Andromeda and Perseus.
She does. That's why I saved it for the end. But good, great. Well, thank you all again so much for being here, for taking the time to do this and to put this great program together. And I do encourage everyone to check out all the great stuff you're doing. Sydney, thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
And we'll have a lot more from music students coming up in the coming weeks on the show. So, thank you all again for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you
very
Thank
much.
you.
Good night.
Bye.
And again, a big thank you to all of them. I do encourage everyone to visit their website, find out more about their programs. It's a great museum. They're doing a lot of really wonderful programming. They are, in fact, open for in-person activities. They are also doing a lot of virtual programming as well. This version of the program they did back in February was done virtually. So I do encourage you to visit their website and check out all the great programs they have, and go visit them if you are here in the area and able to do so. Just like at the museum, there are a ton of events going on all around the university, many of which are now virtual as well. We've talked about this on the show over the last several months. I encourage everyone to visit the university's website, check out the great guest speakers they have coming, some little mini classes, some workshops, some panel discussions. All the great things we normally do are all now happening virtually for the most part, and which makes it even easier for you to attend and to check out all these great programs that we have, even easier because you don't have to leave your house. So visit their website, adelphi.edu/cultural events, for a summary of those great events. And now this weekend, the Department of Theater will be presenting their main stage production for this semester. This is of John Cariani's critically acclaimed play, Almost Maine. They are in rehearsals as we speak. So I spoke earlier today with faculty member John McDermott, who is directing the piece, to tell us more about it. And then we're going to share an excerpt from the show. So enjoy. And hello, John. So with me is John McDermott, who is our scene design faculty member, but who also has taken on the reins of directing the play that is coming up this weekend, Almost Maine, by John Cariani. Welcome, John. Thank you so much for being here and taking the time to do this, and I appreciate it very much.
Oh, you're welcome, Blythe.
So you guys have just been in the theater for a couple days. You started in the theater on Saturday.
Right.
So how has that been going so far? Obviously, you still have a few days left before you open. So how are things going along?
It's going very well. Yeah, being in the theater is more common to me than being in the rehearsal hall, as this is the first time I've directed a show. So I knew I would have a bit more confidence once I got into the space and was able to use the scenery, the lighting, and the costumes, and moving people around to create pictures that the actors had been doing in a bare rehearsal room with just their voices and their bodies.
Sure, great. And so now this is it's a play that it's been around for a few years. It is very popular. It is produced a lot, largely because it can have a very big cast, because it is a bunch of sort of individual scenes that are then sort of held together by all taking place in this one town. So tell us about this play and what we need to know about the play to get people to tune in this weekend.
Well, I had the same familiarity with it that you seem to have. I'd heard of it for years, and people telling me they loved it, and have I seen it? And I had not. And so when it fell into my lap, of course, I read it just knowing that we were going to be producing it and that I was going to be mentoring the designer who was a student, a senior, Chloe Yu. So I was interested in it to a certain extent, and captivated by the form also. 10 scenes, which take place over 10 minutes. So the whole play is, in essence, 10 minutes long. All these scenes are happening concurrently at the same time. And so as a director, that is very captivating. As a designer, I think it's a little bit of a headache because it is 10 different locations, or 9 different locations really, because some are repeated. So coming in as a director, I had to wrap my mind around the time frame of it. And then, of course, logistically moving bodies and scenery on and off stage. But that has been going well. And I think my goal has been to maintain that idea that this is all happening concurrently to people in the same town at the same time.
Great, and I think you're right. It does add, some extra layers of complication, and especially once you're in the space. I will say this is going to be performed live in the Olmsted Theater. So we've been working with health services and the university on all the various protocols and things to do that as safely as possible for everyone. Audience obviously will be at home as they have been all year long, but tell us a little about the story of the piece and the story of the play. Is there a theme to all these scenes? How do they all tie together?
Yes, well, it takes place in a fictional town in Aroostook County, which is the northernmost county in Maine, which is an enormous territory, mostly known for timber and farming, and mostly potatoes. If you've ever had a Maine potato, it's probably from Aroostook County. And so it's people who all know each other and have grown up with each other. And each of the segments tells the story of some aspect of a romantic relationship, beginning, middle, or end. So it's usually a crucial 10-minute segment of each of these relationships. And of course, it's a small town, although it's maybe a large landmass. And so all these people know each other.
Got it.
And they all talk about each other a little bit within the scenes. And so by the end of the evening, you get sort of a snapshot or a series of snapshots of the community. And you realize that they're not just, mill workers or waitresses or, maintenance people, parents, but they're all kind of beating with the same heart and, trying to live a life that is good and honest and open to the possibility of change. It's really a beautiful story. And yeah, especially getting into the rehearsal hall with it, it has really opened up to me in a way that I didn't get on first reading. And that's been really with the help of the actors,
Sure.
helping me understand how they understood the actors, or as they understood the characters. I said to them, "You've been rehearsing this for weeks. You know the characters better than I do."
Right.
I tend to concentrate on creating an environment that will fit the characters, like a setting for a stone in a ring. But together, I think we've been able to meld their work and the work that I do.
That's great. Well, I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing the show and this production of it. So now, because of it's hard for us. We haven't had a lot of theater on this show because it is tough to pull a piece out of a play or out of a regular piece and just show a little excerpt and have it make any sense or really understand the context of things. But because of the unique nature of this show, it already is chopped up into these segments. And many of which can stand on their own, as well as then obviously being a part of this bigger puzzle, as you've described and as people will see. So what we've been able to do is thank you and to some of your actors for taking time out of your rehearsals this weekend and recording one of these scenes in the Interlude Cafe in a side room there at the PAC. During rehearsal so that we can see one whole scene from the show as a way to really give people a sense of what they're going to see this weekend when they tune in to see the full play. So tell us about this scene, who the actors are, and what we're going to see in this scene that we're about to play.
Yeah, the actors in this scene are Fernando Mercado, Morgan Misk, and Alexis Barrows. And Fernando plays Jimmy, and Alexis plays his ex-girlfriend. And they run into each other at the local hangout that gets referred to many times during the play. I I think it's called the Moose Patty Cafe.
Okay.
Kind of a local pub. People drink, have hot wings, and Jimmy's back at his usual table, hanging out, kind of drowning his sorrows in beer. And he just happens to glance up and see his ex-girlfriend, Sandrine, who he broke up with, or she broke up with him 6 months ago. And he grabs her and they start to talk. And we find out that she's there with a bunch of her girlfriends. And in fact, it is her bachelorette party.
Gotcha.
The waitress who's serving them, Morgan, whose name in the play is Villian, is a little bit of comic relief and offers Jimmy some hope by the end of the scene.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad we were able to do this and to share an excerpt from the play. Thank you, John, so much for taking time to talk about this. And I know you're in rehearsal tonight, so we're recording this earlier in the day on Monday. So thank you for taking the time to do that. And so now we are going to see, and I'll be back after we see this scene to give all the details about dates and times and all that stuff. But for now, enjoy this scene from Almost Maine.
Thanks, Blythe.
Thanks.
Sandrine?
Jimmy!
Hey!
Hey!
Hey! How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Great. How are you?
Great.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. You look great.
Oh, no.
No, you look great.
Thanks,
You
Jimmy.
do. You look so great. So pretty. Here, have a seat.
Oh, no, I can't. I have
Well, I haven't seen you in, months.
Yeah.
And months. How does that happen, huh? I live in the same town as someone and never see them?
I don't know.
I haven't seen you since that night before that morning when I woke up and you were just gone.
Yeah. Look at you two tucked away in the corner over there. Lucky I found you. Are the man and his lovely lady ready for another round?
Sure.
No, we're not yet.
Well,
All set. We're all set.
Okay. Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Well, holler if you need anything. Thanks. No, really, holler. It's busy up front. Okay.
So, you here with anybody?
Yeah. The girls.
Oh.
Yeah. Girls' night. I actually have to head back. I've just had to
I
leave.
haven't seen you. They'll survive without you for a minute or two. So what's been here?
Well.
What's been going on? What you been up to?
Well, a lot.
Did you know I took over my dad's business?
Oh, I heard that.
I run it now.
Heard that.
I'm running it, running the business, running the whole show, the whole shebang. Thanks. Yeah. We still do heating and cooling, and we've expanded now. We do rugs now. We share pools.
Oh.
It's a lot of work. I'm on call a lot. Weekends, holidays, you name it, because, your heat goes out, people die.
Yeah.
It's serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I do Thanksgiving, Christmas, because I let the guys who work for me, like East helps to repair sometimes, let them have the day off so they can be with their families since I'm all alone this year.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have anybody anymore, really. My brother and sister got canned, so they left town,
Right.
and mom and dad retired, headed south.
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah, Vermont.
Oh.
It's winters there are a lot easier.
Right.
And then, I don't know if you heard, but and Spot went and died on me.
Oh, Jimmy, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he was old. It was his time. He was a good fish, though. But, I was wondering, do you want to come over? It'd be fun, catch up, hang out.
No, Jimmy, I really... Oh, I forgot to tell you. Don't forget, Friday night special at the Moose Patties. Drinks are free if you're sad. So if you're sad, or if you two little lovebirds are ready for another couple rounds...
Okay.
Okay.
So, What do you say? I don't want to call it over.
No, no, Jimmy. I really can't do that. You see.
No.
Actually, I've been meaning to tell you. There's a guy, Jimmy. I've got a guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good for you. Getting yourself out there again.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah. Well, you see, it's a little bit more than getting myself out there and moving on. This is my engagement party. I'm getting married.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's...
Yeah.
I thought you said you weren't going to do that. Get married. I thought you said it wasn't for you. You told me. Guess it just wasn't for you with me.
Listen,
So who's the lucky guy?
Martin LaFerriere. Do you know him?
Yeah, the park ranger guy over in Ashland.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, he's a legend.
Yeah.
Legendary. I mean, if you're lost on a mountain in Maine, he's the guy you want out there looking for you.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're lost in this big, bad northern world, Martin LaFerriere is the guy you want to have go out there and find you.
Yeah.
And he found you.
Jimmy, you see, I thought you would have heard, people talk.
How would I have heard?
People talk.
Not about things they know you don't want to hear. They don't. So when's the big event?
Tomorrow.
Really? Well then, hey!
What are you doing?
Well, we gotta celebrate. What's her name again?
Oh, I don't know. She's new here.
Hey!
Hey, what are you doing?
We gotta celebrate. You got found, and you deserve it. He's quite a guy.
Jimmy.
And so are you. I mean, you are quite a girl, woman, person. Hey!
Whoa, hey, what's that?
Nothing. Tattoo. Hey!
Hey, when did you get that?
It's after you left. Hey!
Well, what's it up? What's it say?
Nothing. Villain.
Who's Villian?
Villain, it's supposed to say villain.
It doesn't say villain, it says Villian.
I know I spelled it wrong.
What?
They spelled it wrong. It says villain, but it's supposed to say villain.
Why would you want a tattoo that says villain? Cause why?
Just cause.
Just cause why?
Just cause. A guy's got a girl like you. I just think that losing a girl like you, driving a girl like you away, is just criminal. It's criminal. It's villainy, and it should be punished. So I punished myself. I marked myself a villain so I wouldn't have to go through what I went through with you again. Can I kiss you?
No. Hey, I said no.
I'm sorry.
I should head.
Yeah.
You could get that undone,
Yeah. Hey, I'm glad you got found.
Thanks. Hi, I'm sorry, I saw you. You were waving me down, but gosh, it's so busy in the front. You know there's a bachelorette party? Those girls! A good thing it's not drink-free if you're glad, because those girls are wicked glad. Gosh, I had to fight my way through to find you, but I did it. I found you. So, what can I do you for? Another bud?
I'm okay. I'm good. Thanks.
Oh, pal. Well, like I said, drinks are free if you're sad. So if you're sad, drink for free. Just say the word, let me know, because I know from sad, and you're looking pretty sad. No? Okay, well, my name is Villian. If you need anything, you just ask for Villian.
Villian?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm not sad. I would just like another bud.
All right.
Villian.
Yeah.
I'm glad you found me.
Aw, glad you found me. Dad is so adorable.
So, Almost Maine has performances all weekend long. That is coming up beginning Thursday, March 11th through Sunday, March 14th. As we mentioned, this is being performed fully live in the Olmsted Theater and broadcast through a streaming service. So be sure and check that out. Evening performances Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and matinees on Saturday and Sunday. Tickets are free, but are required to be able to get access to the stream and to get your code. So visit our website, as always, for the show times, all the details, and to reserve your tickets to watch this great production from the students in the Department of Theater. It is their main stage production for the semester, so it is going to be a lot of fun to see. They've been working very hard on this and pulling this together with a lot of different characters and scenes, and it's fun and funny and romantic. So it is going to be a great show this weekend coming from the Performing Arts Center. And while you are on our website, be sure to check out all the other upcoming programming. There are a lot of great things to come from our dance students, our music students, more from our theater students, as well as several really great guest artists that are coming over the next few months before the semester ends. So with that, we have come to the end of yet another episode of the show. Thank you all so much for joining us. As always, I appreciate you being here. It is great to do this. Although now, sitting back for the last little chunk of time, I feel like I don't know why I haven't just been pre-recording this all along and just sitting back and playing the videos of the different pieces. It's so much easier. But I will be back live next Monday, and as promised, we have one more of the astronomy films to close us out. This one, as we mentioned earlier, is featuring what has become the unofficial instrument of this show. So stay safe, stay healthy. I look forward to seeing you again next week. I look forward to everyone enjoying Almost Maine this weekend from our theater department, and I will see you again soon.
I'd rather be alone tonight. You can say I love you through the phone tonight. Really don't wanna be in your arms tonight. I'll just use my covers to stay warm tonight. Think I'm better off you're all alone tonight. Ain't no checking on when I get home tonight. Just making sure I'm on my own tonight. Even though there isn't nothing wrong tonight. Yeah, I'm just saying, baby, I can't really miss it if I'm with you. And when I miss you, it'll change the way I kiss you. Baby, you're no time apart, it's beneficial. It's like you're the universe and you'll be NASA. Give you a whole world, I'ma need space. I'ma need space, I'ma need, I'm a star space. I'ma need space, I'ma need space, I'ma need space. Give you the whole world, I'ma need space. I'ma need space, I'ma need, I'm a star space. I'ma need space, I'ma need space, I'ma need space. Bottom line, usually I would love it if you stayed the night. I just think I'm on another page tonight. It ain't nothing wrong with staying. I need me time. Usually I would orbit around you, but gravity seems to be the only thing that's pulling me. You'll be my rise and shine soon as the stars align. Oh, I can't really miss you if I'm with you. And when I miss you, it'll change the way I kiss you. Baby, you know time apart is beneficial. It's like you're the universe and you'll be NASA. Give you a whole world, I'ma need space. I'ma need trying to self-discover. Keep me in your orbit and you'll know you'll drag me under. You don't wanna leave me, but I'm trying to self-discover. Keep me in your orbit and you'll know you'll drag me under. I'd rather be alone tonight. You can say I love you through the phone tonight.